is up, everyone? It is Rachel. Welcome back to my channel. So today I am literally sitting in a lounge right now because my apartment does not have any good lighting. So the past week and a half that I've been back at Berkeley, we have been in resident assistant training literally all day for like 9 or 12 hours. So that's why my upload schedule has been a little whack. So this is another video in my college prep series. Probably going to be rounding out the series very soon because it is the end of summer. But I'm going to be talking about everything that you need to know about UC Berkeley, number 3. So let's get started. So this video should go up on Monday, which means move-in for new Berkeley students is the day after, which is Tuesday. So some tips about move-in. It's definitely a very hectic time, you know, tons of people coming to campus and trying to lug all of their stuff into their room. So I think that's something Berkeley move-in is enforcing now is the specific move-in times for students. So you should have been notified of like the time period that you're allowed to go to your residence hall and move in. Definitely go during that time because otherwise like you'll be there for no reason if you aren't allowed to move in early kind of thing. So make sure you know that time. Definitely another tip, I would look up parking garages or like where available parking is near the residence hall that you're moving into. Berkeley, there's not a lot of parking anywhere. Literally, it's like all street parking kind of thing. The parking spots around all of the residence halls, it's going to be like a 15-minute park time only, and that is going to be enforced by people standing at like the side of the residence hall telling you like, TikTok, you need to leave because you're going to be blocking the street because we're literally in a city. So if you're fine with doing a 15-minute parking only and then someone takes the car and like moves it further away from the dorms so you're not blocking all of the traffic, that's totally fine. You can also try to find a parking garage close by to your residence hall. In addition, there will be moving carts available on move-in day. You'll have to check them out with like an ID, driver's license, so you cannot steal the cart because you gave them your driver's license, which you'll probably need. So these are large carts and you can put stuff on the cart and then roll it. Hopefully the elevators are working because that's another issue. You take the cart and bring it straight up to your room, unload the stuff, bring it back down, go to your car, get more stuff, or return the cart so you can get your license back. So I would definitely recommend renting out a cart because it just makes everything so much easier. In the traditional high-rise buildings, so like unit 1, 2, and 3, the elevators like sometimes don't work or they're very, very slow, especially on move-in when people are constantly going up and down. So during my move-in, because the elevators were taking way so much time, my dad would literally walk some stuff up 6 flights of stairs in order to bring it to the 6th floor, which I lived on. That's also definitely a tactic. You would probably spend way longer than 15 minutes waiting for the elevator, and then by then your park time is gone. So I think overall move-in at Berkeley is a very, very fun experience. Everyone just has so much hype. All of the RAs are working, checking you all in. There's people around, you can ask questions. And then it's the start of orientation, which is super, super cool. So interviewing for clubs on Berkeley's campus is honestly one of the most stressful times. So at the beginning of the year, there's a big club fair called Calapalooza, where literally on Upper Sproul and Lower Sproul, a bunch of clubs line with tables. You can ask questions, talk, stuff like that. Every single day on Sproul, the more like mainstream clubs are there for the first 2-3 weeks, and they're flyering. So they'll try to get you to come to their info sessions, give you pamphlets, stuff like that to get you to join their clubs. These clubs on Sproul are mainly like business clubs, professional fraternities, engineering clubs, stuff like that. So the more mainstream ones that a lot of people know about on campus or a lot of people apply to. Upwards of 1,000 people can be applying to these clubs for like 10 spots available, which is just another situation all in itself. And I think interviewing for clubs during this time is a very stressful experience. It's a very time-consuming experience. And for me, like a person who I don't necessarily enjoy networking, it's a lot of forced fake networking events that you have to go to if you even want to join the club. During these first few weeks of school on Sprout, you'll probably get flyers to go to info sessions. And you might be like, I don't really want to go. I know a lot about the club already, but you have to go to these info sessions because when 1,000 people are applying to the clubs, Literally any FaceTime you get talking to members, talking to the exec board is a better chance that the person will recognize your name, your face when they're reading your application, going through the interview process. So with this, during info sessions, people usually talk at you about what the club is about. And then at the end, there's a little like Q&A kind of networking session where you can talk to current members of the club. You have to do that, which is very tiring. If you're moving further along in the process, they'll usually have group interviews, individual interviews, and then like invite-only socials. For the group interview, it's like 5 people. You're given some kind of case studies, and then you basically have to work together as a group, and they want to sort of see if you can work well with others. And once you make it past the group interview, you'll be invited to the individual interview, and so that's just like one-on-one with 2 or 3 of the exec team or the higher ups in the club. And then throughout this time also, there will also be mixers. So these are basically straight up networking events where you have to go and talk to the current club members and just literally ask them questions about themselves. Even if you like really don't care anything about the person, they want to see your interest in the club. They want to see how well you would fit socially into the club. So you have to go to these things and be cool. So this is my very, very big issue with interviewing for clubs on campus. Because a majority of student clubs are student run, they don't have like any kind of recruitment guidelines for the club. A lot of times it's very nepotism basically. If you know someone in the club, you do have a higher chance because the person in the club can vouch for you. That's why it's very important to go to the networking events so you can get your face and name out there. But then at the end of the day, it's really like they have a limited number of spots in the club and 1,000 people are applying. It comes down to social fit. Literally like how well you can fit in with the vibes of the people in the club. And I feel like a lot of these clubs have a very heavy alcohol and drug presence in the clubs, but like if you can't fit in with the people in the club, then they literally don't accept you, which I think is like the worst thing ever, because I think club joining should be based on merits and your interview skills and what you can bring to the table, not how well you can fit in socially to the club. So next, I'm going to be talking about rushing for sororities and fraternities. So Greek life on campus. So Greek life can include your stereotypical Greek life in movies, so like sororities and fraternities. Also on campus, we have professional Greek life. So they're just called fraternities, but like male identifying and female identifying people can join. So there's like business, engineering, pre-med, pre-law fraternities on campus. If you're looking more for like resume building, cover letter, like alumni network, professional aspects, then a professional Greek life option might be a better choice for you. But if you're looking more for the social life, philanthropy life, the social fraternities or sororities might be a better option. So my freshman and sophomore year, a lot of my friends were in the Greek life system. Now by junior, senior year, a majority of them have dropped. One of my close friends is still in his fraternity, but everyone else has since dropped. They didn't necessarily feel connected to the people, sort of growing out of it as a junior, senior, but my friends have dropped also because dues are very expensive in addition to tuition and housing and stuff that you're paying. So with the rushing process here at Berkeley for the social Greek life, there is fall rush and spring rush. Fall rush is the more popular one, and then spring rush, it's a smaller process. For sororities, you get put into groups kind of thing, and then a leader girl will lead you around to every single house. So if you're trying to rush a sorority, you would go with your group to every single house, and similar to joining clubs, you will literally have to network and just talk to people, and it's sort of like speed dating where you're in the house and like you'll just talk to a bunch of the sisters in the house over and over and over for multiple nights in a row. You go to every house for however many nights until you hit all of the houses, and then after that you rank your like top 2 or 3 choices, and then the sororities will pick the girls that they want. And then so if you're someone who, if I rank 3 sororities and none of those sororities choose me as someone that they're interested in getting to know more in the next steps of the process, then you're dropped. and you're no longer rushing. I've had residents who were trying to rush. They really wanted to join a sorority, but none of the sororities picked them, and then they were dropped and they weren't in the process anymore. But if you make it past that round, if say maybe 1 or 2 of the 3 sororities that you picked like you, then you would only go to those 2 houses now and then get to know more people, so doing like more of the stupid networking stuff. And then I believe after you make it to that round, then everyone who's in that round after the initial drop will get placed in a sorority, but you have to make it past that initial drop. And yeah, so this is a very long process. It's like 1 to 2 weeks long, where after classes every day you have to look hella cute. These girls go all out. You can't repeat outfits and all that jazz, and I'm just like, that's such a big barrier to entry for so many people, so there's that. And then for fraternities, it is a little bit different. For the frats, you only go to houses that you're interested in on Greek Row, which is like up the hill. Outside of each fraternity, there will be like a big poster that has the week of events that you can go to, but at the beginning, it's a bunch of like free food. They go do outings, paintball, usually invite only, but like cool events like that where you go and you basically not network, but like meet the brothers and like hang out and show that you're a good social fit and all of that. And then you get invited to the more expensive outings, so like paintball, stuff like that, and you basically hang out and see if you're a good fit, and if they like you and you like them, you will get a pledge card, and then you'll start pledging, which can be a whole nother topic because I definitely think there's issues with pledging. Anyways, so this was some more things that you should know about UC Berkeley. I definitely think these things relate to now literally GBO is starting and the first few weeks of school. So hopefully this was helpful. Let me know if you have any questions or comments down below. Thank you all so much for watching. It really, really does mean a lot, and I will see you all next time.